So today we are going to learn about AND formula in Excel. So let's read this definition which says AND function in Excel always returns true or false based on two or more conditions. Right? Let us practice these examples which have been given and see and understand AND better. So the practice examples, the first is equal to AND. Right? We write logical condition one as true. Second also as true. So AND of true and true is always true, right? Now next we write and tab. We write in the first logical condition true and the next one as false. So true, false will give us false. Now we write and we in the first condition, first logical argument, we can write 1 is equal to 1, which is true, 2 is equal to 2, which is also true, 3 is equal to 3, which is also true, right? So all these three conditions are true, so and will return us true. Now when you double click this formula, you can see this, you can also read this formula in the formula bar. Here this is the formula bar, right? And here when you will select this 1 is equal to 1, logical condition 1, so you will see on the above of it you will see true written, right? Again if you select this 2 is equal to 2, you will see true written. 3 is equal to 3, true written, right? So all these three conditions are true, so you got true. Now you write and 1 is equal to 2, this is false, right? 2 is equal to 3, again false. 3 is equal to 4, again false. So this will evaluate to false. Right, this will evaluate to false. Now let's check. If we select the first logical condition, then it evaluates to false. Let's check. 2 is equal to 3, this is also false. 3 is equal to 4, this is equal to also false. Now we'll also practice more examples on AND, right? We have this data in name column. In this P column, name column, we see a different type of Pokemons, their types and their speed. And the condition is, let me delete all of this. So the condition says that it should be fire type and the speed should be greater than 70, right? Then only it should return true. So what we'll do is equal to and tab, right? So we'll select the C3 and this should be is equal to what? Fire. Condition say it should be fire. So we'll open the double quotes, we'll write fire. Second logical argument, before entering the second logical argument, we'll write comma, and then the second logical argument says that the speed. So speed is in D3. We'll select D3. That should be greater than 70. And if both the conditions are true, only then it should evaluate to false. So it should evaluate to true. So we'll see that in C3 type is grass, it's not fire, and also in D3 it's not greater than 70, so it should evaluate to false. So let's see, yeah, it evaluated to false. Now is equal to and again tab, this should be is equal to fire. The condition says this should be fire, and the next logical argument, the logical condition is that the speed which is in D4 should be greater than 70. So I close the bracket, press enter. So this also evaluates to false, because if we check, so in C4 we see that the type is grass, and so this evaluates to false because it is not fire, and in D4 it is not greater than 670. If I select C4, C4 is equal to fire, so we'll see that false is written here because this evaluates to false, and also this will evaluate to false because D4 is not greater than 70, right? Now what we will do is we will just select this cell or this cell and we'll drag fill the formula. So let us check. Now let us check this formula. So what it does is, and see, it checks for C5. So is C5 fire? No, it is not. So this evaluates to false. This is greater than 80. Yes, this is greater than 70. Yes, this is greater than 70. So this evaluates to false. False and true is false. So if we'll see, this evaluates to false, and this evaluates to true. So When we press enter, that is why this is giving false. Let us check the Charmander one. So here, what is happening? C6, it checks the condition for C6. The first logical argument is a condition, that is C6 is equal to fire, so that is true, right? Now in D6 is a speed 72 greater than 70. This is also true. So when true and true, then AND gives true. So if we'll select C6 is equal to fire, this value is to true. This also value is to true. Now we'll press enter, right? When I selected this and pressed this, so it automatically filled all the content of all the cells and filled the formula for all other cells. This is called as drag fill, autofill in Excel. Now let us check the another example, which is based on AND only. So these are two values given, 50 and 100. The condition says that, sorry, this is wrong. Let me edit it. A 2 9, and here it should be A10, right? True. If I'll press on this formula and I'll select A2 greater than 25 and I want to check whether this value is true. So this value is true. And the second logical condition, A3 less than 1000, this also evaluates to true. Now we'll see, sorry, the second question, second practice example. Here the data has three values, 50, 25 and 99. The condition says that it should evaluate to true if A8 is less than 15. So it's equal to and tab A8. So this is A8. This should be less than 15, right? Then A9 should not be equal to 75. So not equal is written like this. Not equal condition is written like this. Not equal to 75. And A10 should be greater than or equal to 100. I close the bracket, press enter. So is A8 less than 50? No, it's not. Is A9 not equal to 75? Yes, this is true. Is A10 greater than or equal to? This is also false. So false, true, false will evaluate to false only. Because in AND, every condition has to be true, then only it will evaluate to true. So this will evaluate to false. Let's check. I'll press on this cell and this cell becomes in edit mode. You can see here it comes into edit mode, and I'll select the first logical argument or condition, and this will evaluate to false. Second, I select, so A9, which is 25, is it not equal to 75? So this evaluates to true. A10 is greater than equal to 100. So this is false because it is 99. So it is not greater than or equal to 100. So that is why it evaluates to false. So false, true, false always gives us false, right? So this is all about and if you I would really like, or I would really like if you could like, share and subscribe my channel. Let's Data. Thank you everyone.